On the court, the noise fades away. But at the West Coast Conference, we bring the noise. The roar of emotions where the game comes alive. The WCC is a showcase of talent where players push the boundaries of what's possible. The competition, fierce. The intensity, unmatched. Oh, and the passion, don't even get us started. Every dunk, every three, every dribble, it all matters. We don't just play to win, we play for our legacy. We are the West Coast Conference.
Win. He said they were all homeschooled until high school. He tried to get all of his work done, Trey, in the first couple hours so they could spend the rest of the day out there playing hoops in the driveway. Love it.
Love it. Dad played basketball in New Orleans. Mom, an Iowa Hawkeye. He's had some big moments this year. Cancun Championship MVP, West Coast Conference Player of the Week. Has had some moments where the shot hasn't been there. He's helped him in some other areas. And he likes to see that first shot go down. Here's Vide on the floor now for LMU. In the mid-range game, dumps off for Asanza, and he throws it down. The story of late has been the LMU bench. They've been getting production from Vide and Asanza, and they have really produced for this team.
Yeah, absolutely, Trey. They're embracing their roles. 6-1 since the starting lineup was tweaked, and you're right, getting that good bench production, good balance.
Ortiz missing on the three. Porter has the rebound. This is a team that really has established roles right now with those guys coming off. Stone Carrawell for three. Got it from the right wing. The Charlotte, North Carolina product, and they feel really good about their chances when he's shooting it. He's over 40% from distance this season.
Yeah, nice catch and shoot, and the defender who's just slightly late on the closeout, that's enough time for Stone Carrawell to get it done.
Lions' first three, that's poked out front. Cornelius Williams comes up with it and hands it off to Lane. He's the engine that makes him go. Lane to the free throw line, dumps down for Williams against Porter, and he got him up in the air, and Porter picks up the foul.
Now, Trey, you mentioned it earlier, guarding the ball being a key, and it's very difficult as you get a good look at number 5, Lane, here, who's like Rajon Rondo.
Here's the Raising Cane's Keats from North Alabama.
Yeah, so listen, the Lions of North Alabama wreaking havoc. They're plus 4.4 turnover margin and also increasing that field goal percentage. Trey, they average 79 per night. And again, when they score less than 70, they're 0-3. And guess what? LMU averages 69 points per game allowed. So for North Alabama, you want to bring the offense, increase that field goal percentage, wreak a little havoc in L.A.
There's a floater in the lane that goes down for Dante Bacchus, who just checked in off the bench. 6'7" junior from Homewood, Alabama. It's not a deep team. He's their leader in scoring with over 7 points per game. Asanza has his pocket picked. That was taken away by Bacchus, who's made a couple plays on both ends, and now a travel on Jakari Lane. Lamaj Lewis is going to come in early for LMU. They're a defensive guy for Stone Carrawell.
And Trey, when you look at it, 6 of North Alabama's points in the paint. So you make your adjustments defensively, right, to try to guard the ball better, protect the paint, pick up the defensive intensity.
Saw Stan Johnson there, this program on the rise. He's got them believing, doing the little things well here in non-conference play. Trying to make it 7 wins and 8 tries. Shot clock is down to 10. Porter against Susi. Porter, step back between the legs, and he's fouled. Porter is a tough check, isn't he? Handles it like a guard at times at 6'11", and if you're undersized, you've got a problem.
Yeah, absolutely. You see him here, excellent footwork and ball handling, like you said, Trey, at 6'11", and that's what happens when you go against your brothers, like Bridget said, balancing the books as well. And, of course, Michael Porter toiling for Michael Malone, having won an NBA championship with Jokic, a multiple MVP winner in the NBA.
Vide floater won't go. They'll get another opportunity. MJ Amy now on the floor for LMU. Porter for 3. They crash the glass. It goes down out of bounds, and it will stay with the Lions here. And getting up very slowly is Cornelius Williams.
Yeah, you hope Williams is okay, of course. And Trey, this game is a little bit earlier for the Vide family. I believe it's 2:14 a.m.
in Slovenia.
Yes.
There's a look at Tony Pujols. What a job he's done. 7th season at the helm. CBI first round. A couple years ago, they won 18 games. Missed there, and the rebound for Tay Fields. 9-8 early going, almost 7 minutes in, and there's an offensive foul. and that is going to go the other way. It's on Izzy Jenrette, and you can spot him a mile away. 7'1", 260 freshman.
So we see Lewis, great transition defense. Notice how he sprints back to protect the ball. Little extra effort there. And a turnover by North Alabama.
He actually leads them in blocks, doesn't play a lot. He's getting some minutes here for Williams, who was a little bit shaken up a couple minutes ago. Vide in the paint. Vide floater on the money. Vide, a unicorn. I mean, he's so unique in the way he plays the game, and he's very effective right there.
Yeah, at 6'6", Trey, he frequently has a size advantage as well, getting to his spots and producing.
There's a foul on the floor as a couple Lions are going to check in at the next opportunity as Porter will come off. McBride and Merkviladze back on the floor. Here's a look.
And again, you know, you like to eliminate those straight line drives if you're LMU.
Jenrette doubled and throws it away. Lewis comes up with it. Here comes Vide into the front court. Amy for three. Buries the triple. And he has continued the momentum. 13 points against Southern. That's his 10th three of the season.
Yeah, Amy has stayed positive through some droughts, but he is back in a major way contributing, and LMU needs him.
Bacchus backing down against Merkviladze. Shot over, Merk won't go. Tracked down by McBride. LMU's turned the tables here a little bit. They're now shooting 5 of 11 from the field. Vide, the floater. Yes, sir. Knuckleball action. Tickles the twine, and LMU has their biggest lead, and we'll take a break. 15-9, Lions in front here on the Bluff.
On the court, the noise.
Seven Santa's here. The Elves looks like maybe as well. A 7-0 run over the last minute and a 6-point lead.
Yeah, so LMU's bench, 9-2 bench points advantage. And again, you have Vide with 4, Amy with 3, Asanza with 2. And Coach Johnson has talked about the fact, Trey, that they have starters and finishers, and the fact that obviously when you check in, you want to leave this game in a better position than when you entered. So kudos here, Lewis contributing as well. His defense has really helped LMU.
Boy, they almost worked the press to perfection there, but somehow that ball got through to the 7-footer Jenrette, and he'll have an opportunity on the free throw line. Pretty good press there. They forced the errant pass, and North Alabama got lucky.
Yeah, so you have Porter down at the bottom of the 1-3-1. It's kind of like a 2-2-1 extended pressure. And really, when you look at North Alabama, Trey, Lane comes in as advertised. He's averaging 16 points per night, 16 points per game over the 3-game winning streak. Lane, Howell, and Susie account for half of North Alabama's 79 points per night, 48% if you want to get persnickety.
You get another opportunity off the missed free throw, but Lane cannot connect. Lewis has the rebound. Lewis seen some quality minutes here in the first half. He's such a luxury the way he can play defense out there, as that shot won't go for Merkviladze. Fields to Cannon Jefferson on the floor, the sophomore out of New Orleans. They're among the national leaders in turnover margin, North Alabama. Attacking here is Lane, and Fields is bumped and fouled by Vide.
Yeah, you're right, Trey. They're plus 4.4 in turnover margin per night. They're also plus 8 in scoring margin per evening, and they're scoring 79 per night. So we get a good look here at the attack by Fields. He's also very dangerous, someone to definitely be aware of if you're defending the Lions of North Alabama.
Johnson is back in at the point guard spot for Vide. 15-10 LMU. North Alabama shooting just 31%, 4 of 13 here in the first half. Bacchus picked up by Porter between the circles. Shot clock is under 10 now. Fields to the baseline. Fields rolling to the rim, contested by McBride. Knocked out of bounds. It's going to LMU.
So that was a rare defensive breakdown that time by the LMU Lions, and a good attempt by Fields. Now he's going to make that 90% of the time. get a good look at him, number 9 in the black jersey.
Fields, by the way, 100 college games. A high school teammate of Jakari Lane, the point guard we talked about, but they've got some veterans. They've got some guys who've seen a lot of basketball, and this is a team you can't take lightly. Johnston. Good pass to McBride. Merkfaladze thought about it. He'll drive baseline instead. There's that ball rotation. Stone Carawell for 3. When the ball moves, LMU is tough to beat. Crisp passing right there.
Absolutely, Trey. As Gordy Chiesa says, when the ball moves, the scoreboard moves. The ball sticks, the scoreboard sticks. Well done. Great offensive possession by the Lions.
3 of 8 shooting from 3 after hitting 16 threes in their last game. Jefferson, long 3, misses the mark. And Merkfaladze has it ahead to Johnston. Will hold up on the wing, look for some help here. Merk on the baseline. Mismatch. Double is there, though. Good ball rotation again. Merk from the corner buries the triple. 21-10, and they work it around the horn. They're getting the shots they want.
Yeah, absolutely. 6 assists on 8 made field goals by LMU. Great magnanimous play sharing the ball.
13-1 run over the last 3 minutes. There's a dump down low for Fields, and he's double teamed and fouled. And McBride and Merk were both there. Let's see who they get here. It's going to be Merkfaladze.
And again, great pump fake by Fields, drawing the attention and the foul.
First on Merk, 15 foul. Both teams now with 5 team fouls at the 9:47 mark. And here's a look at Fields, who at Missouri Western spent 3 years and is a veteran senior. He's had some big games against good competition. How about 12 points, 11 boards, and 8 assists against East Carolina?
A good win for the Lions over the Pirates. Fields, like you said, Trey, almost knocking on the door of a triple-double.
Sansa is back on the floor, the big man for LMU here. He has really been productive. His defense has always been there. He's given him a spark offensively as well this week in non-conference play. He's got it out high now. Goes up over the top looking for Porter in the high-low game. They're lucky to keep it. Lions will inbound.
Yeah, Porter at 6'11". Bacchus at 6'7", so Porter trying to exploit that size differential. And Coach Johnson talks about selfless, relentless, and connected, and we've seen that as LMU has extended the lead here to 9. It's some particularly good defense leading to offense, sharing the basketball, the ball moving throughout multiple quadrants, and you're getting good looks.
Stone Carawell on the baseline with the shot clock at 10. Merkfaladze, the wing drive, back to Stone Carawell, and he misses on that three-point attempt. Bounces off the top of the backboard. North Alabama 0 for their last 4 from the field. There's the double. Ortiz for 3, got it. Kind of a side-winding release there, but very effective from distance. He's hit 33 triples this year. Porter. Johnston for 3. There's the answer for LMU, and they are now 5 of 11 from beyond the arc. And good defense. Stone Carawell goes to the floor. It's knocked free and tracked down by Ortiz. Bacchus driving. Bacchus missing. And Stone Carawell has it. They love to drive the basketball, ineffective that time. Good pump fake from Johnston. Merk straightaway 3. In and out on that shot.
Lions doing a really nice job with the basketball, Trey. Taking what the defense gives you, hitting the open man.
Lane for 3. Off the mark. They've got to have his outside shooting to be competitive. He can be deadly from long range. Backing down is Porter, throws it away. Right into the hands of Fields, who read that one all the way. Ortiz, triple. Not that time off the back iron. 3 on 2. Stone Carawell all the way to the rim, lays it in. 9 for the 6th-year veteran, and the lead is 11.
So LMU has gained control of the steering wheel here, Trey. We'll have immediate break at the next dead ball. But a good run by the Lions.
Floater from Lane. Boy, he's got a lot of game as he took that into the mid-range. and dropped it. You'd like to limit his threes, and Stan Johnson would be okay with that shot right there.
Yeah, highly contested, just better offense beating good defense.
Porter backing down amongst the trees. Porter steps through and lays it in. There's a physical play, and when he's assertive, he can be tough to deal with as opposed to being back on the heels on the attack, an all-conference type guy.
Yeah, great, assertive, decisive move by Porter, Trey, and when he can stretch the floor and then he can score deep in the painted area, he's tough.
And left alone is Williams. He'll throw it down. Good pass put on the money there by Ortiz. Under 7 to go. LMU a double-digit advantage, trying to keep their winning streak going. Isanza inside. Isanza lost the handle, it looks like, as he tried to move to the left hand.
And you can live with that, Trey. That's a good move by Isanza, just lost the handle.
Lane missing from about 15 feet away, and a timeout. Stan Johnson wants to talk it over. His team is in charge here after a slow start. Lions lead the Lions by 11 on the Bluff.
With just over 6 to play in the opening half. Written on the whiteboard today at shoot around, the message, sprint if you're a serious team. Coach Stan Johnson says they've got to sprint to the finish line as they wrap up non-conference play tonight. He showed the team a video during shoot around this morning from motivational speaker Inky Johnson. The message was your urgency level will always dictate what you're willing to tolerate, saying their sense of urgency has to be higher than their opponent, and you can see it here early, Trey.
Absolutely. They were down 7-3, but they have really been showing that of late here. A 9-point advantage and balanced scoring as 7 Lions have scored. MJ Amy throws up an air ball there. Jope, who's come in with a great save, back to Amy, and the 3 won't go. Had a good look at it.
Great effort by Jope. 25-12 LMU since being down 7-3 early in this game, so great response and urgency.
Here's Lane, and he's fouled. Won't get the shot to go, but he is a tough guy to check. 4 points, just 2 of 7 shooting for Lane. Junior out of Huntsville, Alabama, preseason All-Atlantic Sun.
Yeah, so he's slippery here, and a great drive to the basket. Vide at 6'6", guarding Lane.
You know, Bill, he's one of those guys, he's just going to get numbers. He had 24 against Air Force, 16 against Auburn. And you just want to limit him, make him work for it.
Right, exactly, Trey. It's really difficult to stay in front of him. You have to strive to do that. And, of course, you know, you'd love a team effort defending him, help, defense. But then when he kicks it to 3, you've got to close out. But, yeah, he is a really good, slick guard for the North Alabama Lions.
Good move there off the curl. Lamage Lewis takes it to the rim for 2. And Lewis, they're showing how important he is, playing him in the first half. Some big minutes for this LMU team.
Yeah, so he's on Lane right now, Trey. Lane has had Vide on him. Amy, of course, started out with Johnston guarding him, so multiple guys getting a crack at him, even McBride.
Oh, there's a screen set on Lewis as Lane rolls towards the painted area, and a foul's called on the Lions. You're going to get Lewis right here.
Now, one of the things I think that's key for LMU is North Alabama, they score 79 per night. So right now you've got them in the 20s with 5 and change to go here in the first half. So you'd really like to keep them, you know, even chillier than the weather in California. You'd like to keep them in the 60s.
It's not cold outside. Come on, Bill.
I'm very soft now. But again,
maybe if the Marine layer rolls in, but you're right. Yeah, I mean, they're only shooting 32%. So again, the defense has been engaged for the home team here.
Yeah, and North Alabama is 0-3 when they're scoring less than 70 this season. So if you can keep them in the 60s, you could be in good shape.
This is Gregory Nixon, our crew. Nixon, Michael Cyphers, and Frank Harvey III. And on the free throw line is Jakari Lane.
Yeah, veteran crew.
77% free throw shooter. One more coming. He's on the Lou Henson Award watch list for the top player at the mid-major level. And clearly one of the top players in the Atlantic Sun.
Yeah, I mean, he's got more accolades than Taylor Swift at the Grammys. Lane, and he comes in as advertised. He's a legit player.
Taylor's got some awards, but yeah, he definitely has some. Here's Vide. That's off the back iron. Good rebound from Lewis. Porter for three. No. They've had some looks from long range, and that was right on, but off the mark. 5 for 13 shooting now from distance. Ortiz from the corner, misses. Porter battling, and inside it's Williams. His half hook won't fall. That was Darkon King that kept it alive with the offensive rebound. Under 5 minutes to go. Porter for three, short. Javon now 2 of 5, 0 for 3 from three. Ortiz, step back, three on the way, got it. From the right wing this time. Ortiz showing his ability. He's hit 3 threes and has 9.
So what happened there, Trey? LMU built the wall. They got the ball out of Lane's hands, but Ortiz is there to cash in. You know, Lane saw multiple white jerseys on that offensive possession and got rid of it. So you can kind of live with that if you're LMU, but good offense by the Lions of North Alabama.
Hand off to Amy, and Amy sticks the jumper, and Ortiz is down. And he is in some pain.
I don't know if he caught an elbow here, Trey. We'll get a good look at it on the screen. I think as Chope was rolling to the basket, he may have extended.
Yeah.
Very obviously inadvertent contact.
Yeah, that's after the screen, and caught something in the chops there. 3:56 to go. The Lions lead at 7. Ortiz.
Yeah, so his offhand after he is rolling to the basket catches Ortiz, and to me that's a inadvertent, unfortunate scenario where he's just rolling to the basket, kind of a natural basketball move.
The officials went to the monitor here to determine if a technical should be issued. It looked like it was just a basketball move trying to get to the basket in the arm. You have it happen where the arm just is flailing out behind you. Nothing intentional.
And here's the definition, Trey, of a flagrant one personal foul. Is a personal foul that is deemed excessive in nature, unwarranted or too much, and or unnecessary, avoidable, uncalled for, or not required by the circumstances of the play.
And Frank Harvey III is going to come over here and explain to us what they've come up with. So you look at Greg Nixon. Okay, so a flagrant one foul on Matar Jope. And free throws coming for North Alabama. That's a tough break for him.
Yeah, so I'm 0 for 2, Trey, on the flagrant foul analyses thus far this season. But Gregory Nixon explaining it to Coach Johnson.
You know, boy, that's a tough one. It could have gone either way.
Yeah, and you know, if we're reciting from the rule book, so causing excessive or unnecessary contact with an opponent. Now, of course, there's some subjectivity to this. Listen, the good news is that Ortiz is on the floor. And from LMU's perspective, turn the page and continue on.
So 2 free throws and the ball for North Alabama as Daniel Ortiz is at the free throw line. He hasn't attempted a lot this season, coming in just 7 of 13. He has 10 points now. He's hit 3 of 6 from beyond the arc. And now they will get possession of the basketball in a 5-point game.
Yeah, so all of a sudden, North Alabama on a little bit of a roll here. after LMU led by 11.
10-4 run. Lewis at the top on the pressure against Lane. Darkon King to Williams. King's going to try a three. Along with it, Susi the offensive rebound. He'll reset things to Ortiz. Trap in the corner. Spots Lane. Williams. Three won't go. That was Ortiz, but the follow from Will Susi. North Alabama crashing the glass here. They've won the rebounding battle, at least on the offensive end.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a topic of conversation at halftime. Controlling your defensive board. And of course, Trey, whether you're playing man or zone, you've got to find the black jersey, make contact, then go get the rebound if you're LMU.
Sansa kicks it out. Good ball rotation. This is what they're good at. Passing it around the perimeter, setting up quality shots. Lewis in the paint. Lewis, scoop shot, and he's fouled. How about Lamage Lewis, the senior, fourth-year Lion? So much talk about his defense, but he's a slasher as well.
Yeah, he's a two-way player. And, you know, he really made a difference, Trey, when LMU was down 7-3. Coach Johnson going to the bench early, calling upon Lewis. And then the Lions ascended to an 11-point lead.
Bill, that's his first made free throw this season. He's 1 for 3 from the line as Asanza will go to the bench here. McBride is back on for LMU.
So now another critical juncture of this game. How do you finish the half? Can you turn over North Alabama, get some easy baskets to extend the lead? We'll see. We're seeing more extended pressure. You got to rebound better.
Stone Carrawell's back on the floor. Good minutes, though, for Lewis. He goes to the bench with 3 points in this one and a couple rebounds. Lane for three. Merck has the rebound. Johnson into the corner. Stone Carrawell left alone. Can't connect on the three-pointer. McBride, the offensive rebound. Merkvaladze. Porter picked up by Lane. Big on a point guard on a big there. Shot clock's down to 8. Stone Carrawell. Good move there, and the floater counts. He has 11 to lead the way.
Yeah, Stone Carrawell is so intelligent, and he's got the ability to read the defense, get to his spot. Well done.
Lead is back to 7 for the Lions. They've led by as many as 11 in this one in the first half. Lane harassed by Johnston. Lane keeps that dribble going on a yo-yo. Shot rolls in. Soft touch for the junior.
It's kind of like Eric Bledsoe, Rajon Rondo-like Lane.
Great catch by McBride off the Johnston feed. Back to Johnston for the lay-in. Good two-man game right there.
Yeah, Johnston recognized that Lane took a beat and he sprinted, cut, and that was something that was emphasized, Trey, in shoot-around. Cut, the 95% when you don't have the ball. Cutting hard. Great job by Johnston.
Great balance for the LMU Lions so far as Lane tries to dump it off inside Jen Red. Blocked by McBride. Approaching a minute to go first half. Johnston from the corner. Can't connect on the triple. Porter trying to keep it alive. He grabs it. Stone Carrawell feeling it from the outside. He has 14. 3 threes for Stone Carrawell, and his stroke has been on this week. Timeout, North Alabama. The LMU lead is back to 10, and Stone Carrawell has been consistently scoring the basketball.
Yeah, he really has.
And game out, Stone Carrawell's done it. I mean, 17 against Wyoming, 15 Nevada, 17 Prairie View, 15 Santa Barbara, 12 against Southern, and then 14 tonight. He's been in double digits all the way.
Yeah, it's such a luxury to have that, Trey, to know you're going to have consistent scoring, and he has delivered a la Santa.
It delivers.
Coming up, that's right.
You don't need a chimney either, by the way. Santa still delivers. Here's Fields. Cannon Jefferson for three. Misses the mark. Out front, Lane with a great play, or Fields a great play to keep it alive. Blocked by McBride. McBride has made a couple plays down there. It'll be LMU basketball.
Yeah, McBride, we say it every night. He's ubiquitous all over the floor. And here he is. He gets beat I don't think so.
Oh, man.
Excellent recovery.
Winning plays. It can't be talked about enough. And, you know, it's blocks, it's setting screens, it's rebounding. And he's done a little bit of everything to help this club not scoring the basketball as you look at his numbers this season, over 19 minutes per game. 6-second difference, shot clock and game clock. LMU trying to go into halftime with at least a double-digit lead here. Johnston checked by Jefferson. Shot clock at 5. Johnston, Porter wanted it, calling for it. Shot clock at 2. Johnston's going to take it. Won't go. Kick out Fields in transition. And he steps on the end line, and LMU will have it with 1.4 to work with.
Yeah, so we know LMU can make things happen with 1.4 on the clock. That's for sure. We saw the heroics earlier in that win at the buzzer. That was a Sports Center top 10 victory against Prairie View A&M.
Porter, catch by McBride. Johnston for 3. No, they got what they wanted, but they can't get the connection on the 3 ball. But a good first half all in all for LMU. They shoot 47%, and they'll take an advantage into the locker room. Stan Johnson has to be pleased. Let's hear from Bridget, from the head coach.
Coach, you talked about needing a sense of urgency in this final game before non-conference play, up by 10 at the half. What do you like about that?
Yeah, I thought we played in spurts. You know, I thought we started the game not as urgent as we wanted. We found our rhythm. And then, you know, we stopped communicating like we needed to on the defensive end. They've got some easy baskets to get back in the game. I thought we had great looks here offensively. We missed some, but we played really good offensively. I thought some of those misses got us in a lull that down in the defensive end, we started feeling sorry for ourselves. You just got to keep playing.
8 different guys already with points on this team in the first half. What did you like about the way this team's sharing the ball?
Yeah, that's how we want to play. I thought we did an incredible job of sharing the ball. We had great shots. Some of them just didn't go in. That's basketball. But that can impact what happens on the other end.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right, LMU trying to get their 5th straight win and take it into the holiday break and gear up for West Coast Conference play. 10-point lead at the break. The Lions are 6-0 with the lead at the half. That's a good sign for them. Halftime next from the Bluff. Conference finale.
And LMU with a 10-point lead heading into the second half. Joining me now, assistant head coach for the Lions, Ricky Munch. Ricky, I want to ask you about Northern Alabama's player, Daniel Ortiz, with 11 points in the first half. What has made him so effective?
Yeah, he's really good in the pick and roll. We got to keep fighting, keep making him feel guys off the ball. You know, we got to build a wall, especially in transition and pick and roll defense. He can't see any space out there. 12
assists for you guys. Why is this team so effective when you're able to share the ball?
Well, we have so many talented players. When we're able to get downhill and share it, you know, it's really hard to guard because we got so many guys who can score it.
How do you keep this thing going here for the last 20 minutes?
It's all about the 80-20 balls right now. All the scrappy plays, we got to keep making those, especially in the second half.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Yep, have a good one.
Thank you, Bridget. And Coach Munch, you know, Bill, it's a player's game, and he's referred to as a player's coach. He was with Stan Johnson at Marquette. Such a key piece to this staff, and they've got some great minds over there.
I don't think I'd recognize Coach Munch outside of this building. I mean, he is, every time I'm here, he's here. Early, late, and what have you. He is a worker and very well respected. What a terrific staff here at LMU. And, of course, Trey, you know, he talked about the scrappy plays, the 50-50 balls, the hustle stats. And during our halftime highlights, you know, those blocks by McBride, Lewis hitting the deck, securing the basketball. Those plays are leading to really good offense for LMU, and frequently those are easy baskets. So it's just vital to maintain the intensity here. Obviously, what you love to do is force North Alabama to call a timeout here before the media break. That must be your mentality and your goal if you're LMU.
You see Lorenzo Romar crunching the numbers there. Talk about experience on the staff. 467 wins as a head coach. Comes over from Pepperdine. Lewis Wilson, 30 years as a head coach. These guys all big-time assistants. Mark Phelps, just brought on, former coach at Drake, 20 years of experience. And it's good to know you got that brain trust over there.
Yeah, absolutely.
LMU with the basketball as we start the second half. 10-point lead for the Lions, trying to win their 7th in 8 tries and build that momentum towards the West Coast Conference. And there's a foul on Susi. As Porter's had established position, they went over the top, and he picks up the personal.
Yeah, so Porter at 6'11" is a tough cover for Susi, who goes 6'6". And a great execution, the high-low, Merck Veladze delivering. And remember, Trey, as you mentioned, LMU 6-0 when leading at the half. North Alabama 0-3 when trailing after 20 minutes.
That was a third on Susi. Now on the inbound, we've got another foul call here.
Now, we talked a little bit off camera, Trey, about the LMU Lions trying to get to the free throw line. They could be in the penalty here relatively early at this rate.
Johnston to trigger. Into Porter. Checked by Fields. Porter squares up. And there's a steal by Fields. Good job defensively from number 9. Susi from the corner. Off the front iron. And a foul's going to be called to McBride. Tough break there. He had established position, it appears, but he'll pick up the personal.
Now, this goes onto the category of no good deed goes unpunished because, again, Susi takes the 3, and McBride is just working here, and he is assessed a foul. But if you're LMU, you can live with that. Good effort by McBride.
Susi drives it on Porter. Floater. Not there. Merk-Veladze the rebound. They're off and running with Johnston. Johnston for 3. Nails the triple. His 29th of the season. He shoots it at 35% out there. He has 8.
Yeah, great transition by LMU. Merk-Veladze leading the break. Great dish.
You mentioned the first 4 minutes, how key it would be to deliver a knockout punch here for LMU. North Alabama trying to hang around. Fields somehow got that to go. Boy, tough play there from the senior. Their 1,000-point scorer.
Yeah, he just got to his spot. A la DeMar DeRozan. Fields getting it done.
A little half hook from Merk-Veladze misses the mark. Coming off a huge game. 24 points against Southern. Lane stops and puts up a left-handed shot. Can't get it to go, but he'll head to the free throw line.
Now, I've resisted this all night, but you've got to try to keep Lane out of the lane. And here's Merk-Veladze, the great vision, finds Johnston off the dribble 3. Nothing but twine. Well done by LMU in transition.
You heard Coach Munch talking about stopping the drivers, guarding the ball, building a wall. And it really comes down to Lane first and foremost, because if he goes well, they go well.
Yeah, absolutely. The head of the snake, if you will.
There you go.
Is
there you
Lane.
go.
And, yeah, he's a particularly tough cover. And, you know, many people will say that, you know, guarding the ball and staying in front of it is the toughest thing to do in the game, especially with someone as sleek as Lane. Of course, he's the reigning Atlantic Sun Conference Player of the Week, first-team All-Conference last year.
Now a different dimension for LMU as Rick Asanza comes in for McBride. McBride, of course, does also those little things well. Asanza just a intimidating presence in the lane. He's made his presence felt in there during the winning streak here at Gersten Pavilion. 9-point game just underway, second half.
Yeah, you just have to love Asanza, Trey, like you said, his ability to be a space eater, a basket protector, a rim runner. He's developing post moves. Here he is screening a little two-man game with Johnston.
Screening Lane with a shot clock at 10. Porter in the corner, 3 on the way. Asanza the rebound. He hasn't stripped though. Great play by Ortiz to go down low and get it. Fields against Johnston. Spin move and he's fouled. Johnston picks up his first.
Yeah, one of the things in the first half was that North Alabama made more free throws than LMU attempted. 8 of 10, 3 of 4 for the LMU Lions. And we say this is a little bit like DeMar DeRozan with the spin move. He is very crafty, is Fields.
Susi will try to enter it in. From the corner, 3 on the way. Misses the mark for Ortiz. Battle for the loose ball. They go to the floor for it. And Merk-Veladze is tied up by Williams, and the possession arrow will stay with North Alabama.
Yeah, and on cue, as Coach Munch told Bridget coming out of the halftime break, LMU hitting the deck, working for those 50-50 balls. And, you know, we talked about Gordy Chiesa earlier, Trey, the longtime assistant to Jerry Sloan. You know, a couple of things to be leery of in the NBA and LMU on an NBA schedule. Those games before Christmas break, before the trade deadline, before and after the All-Star break, But both teams bringing it tonight, as you'd expect, with tremendous intensity and focus. Listen, North Alabama's won 3 straight. LMU has won 4 straight, including 6 of their last 7. So these are 2 basketball teams playing very well right now, wrapping up non-conference play.
LMU shooting 46% in this one. Right now, North Alabama just 30% from the floor as they had to go to the back court on that entry pass. Lane surveying. Lane shot won't go. Had a good look at it. Johnston into the front court. With a big head of steam into Stone. Carrawell from the corner, not there. And it's going to North Alabama with 17:31 to go.
Now remember what Coach Johnson told Bridget. Do not let your offensive woes affect your defense. Don't feel sorry for yourself. It's about the next play. So dig in here. You've got a 9-point lead. You've got an media break looming here. So dig in defensively, get some stops.
And this is a big moment right here for North Alabama to try to put some game pressure on LMU. Only down 9. Fields cut off on the baseline. Fields up and under against Porter, and it's knocked free out of bounds, and it's going to LMU. He was in no man's land there with Porter and Asanza looming. Did get the shot off, but couldn't get it to go.
Yeah. Amongst the towers there trying to operate was Fields.
Porter's been quiet in this one. 4 points. He does have 5 rebounds and 5 assists, though. We've seen him threaten a triple-double already this season. Here he is. Squared up against Fields to the baseline. And a bump and a foul on Fields as he picks up his 3rd. So they've got a couple guys with 3 now in the starting lineup, Susi and Fields.
Yeah, now Fields goes 6'4", trying to check the 6'11" Porter. And remember, Trey, when you look at Lane, Howell, and Susi, they average 48% of the 79 points per night by North Alabama. Fields averaging 10 along with Ortiz and Williams after the top 3. So got a host of guys either in double figures or near it for North Alabama.
Fields sits with 3 as Bacchus is back on the floor for the visitors. Johnston, and that was deflected out of bounds.
Let's see what LMU does here. Baseline out of bounds, Trey, if they can get a little, they love executing on the baseline out of bounds. Multiple threats. V-Day on the floor here.
Sansa grabs it in the corner. Back to Johnston for 3. Tries to get his shot. Can't do it. Bacchus has it. Big trip right here for North Alabama. We near the 16-minute mark. Lane attacking. Stops on a dime. Susi for 3. Short, and V-Day has the loose ball. V-Day in the middle. And throws it away. That was off the mark, intended for Porter. Lane looking ahead. Williams has it, and the finish for Cornelius Williams. And the big man rewarded with the bucket.
Yeah, Williams sprinting and is delivered and is rewarded by that pass.
Merck, the finish off the Johnston miss as Alex Murphy-Falazzi crashes the boards. Big bucket there. The momentum is in North Alabama's favor right now. That's their first make in 5 tries from the field. Susi lost the handle. Porter diving for it, and a foul is called on North Alabama. Porter going to the floor there created that opportunity to get the turnover, and it'll be LMU basketball. 9-point game, 15:40 to go from LMU.
The team had a Christmas party last night. Stan Johnson says just another way for the team to get together and bond, telling me he wants the players to understand basketball is what brought them together, but it shouldn't be what keeps them together. Last year he got his players watches. This year a gift card to their favorite restaurants. I was hoping something good, maybe like Elefante down the street. He said nope, they just wanted Chick-fil-A, cheesecake, Panda Express, Raising Cane's, the gift for Coach Johnson, an Adidas hat, and get this, a brush.
Nice. Love it. Love it. Well, they're kids. You ate really well, I'm sure. I'm sure you ate healthy in college. But, you got to change it up. A long homestand here, 4 games. And Stone Carrawell missing a shot in the interior And here comes North Alabama. Big trip here, again down 9, 5 minutes into the second half. Lane, count it, in the lane, and a free throw coming.
Yeah, now Lane is a conundrum. He is a provocateur. And he notices here in transition, nothing going with the trailers. Why not? I'll go to the basket. The floater good, and he's going to the free throw line. And you knew coming in here, Trey, that North Alabama, this is a quality team. They were not going to go away.
That was Videy's third. Lane can't connect on the free throw. 7-point game. Videy against Lane now to the baseline. He's got him size-wise, and he's tied up. Possession will stay with LMU. He got him where he wanted him with that big frame at 6'6", but a good play with the quick hands from Lane.
Yeah, Lane going at 6 foot, Trey, as you mentioned. Videy at 6'6", a significant size advantage.
Jan looking to trigger it in. He's got Stone Carrawell in the corner. Porter thought about the three. Stone Carrawell backing down against Williams. MJ Amy on the floor now. Baseline jumper. Bounces off. Williams the rebound. Both teams a little bit cold here in the second half. Bit of a grind. And North Alabama right in this one. They've trailed by as many as 13. Lane on the attack. There he is again. He'll head to the free throw line.
Yeah. So Lane averages 16 points per night, and you look for him, if you're North Alabama, to get you out of this hole. And again, he drives to the basket, creates contact, and like Coach Munch said to Bridget, you got to try to build that wall. He's got to see multiple white jerseys, Trey, instead of a straight line drive scenario where he gets into the paint and wreaks havoc.
And that's 4 on Videy. And Will Johnston's going to come in for Videy here at the 14:44 mark. Johnston has just one personal foul. So key, that point guard spot here, especially with Lane's impact on this game. He's in double figures, has 15. 5-point game, 14:40 to go. Mertfiladze back to the basket against King. Spins on him, lays it in. Takes it right past Darkon King, whose nickname is Cool King. And he iced him right there with that move inside.
Mertfiladze with the deflection, working it on both ends of the floor. LMU's been very good tonight, Trey, getting to the deck, getting to those 50-50 balls, deflections. That's created a lot of good offense for the LMU Lions now this evening, started this afternoon.
Lane's got it back. Shot clock is under 10 against Porter. Mismatch here. Step back. Thought about the three. Shot clock is down to 4. Now Lane's going to drive it over Porter. Short. What a rebound for MJ Amy. Goes to climb the ladder and get it. Stone Carrawell spinning in traffic for 2. He has 16.
The crowd loves it. Like you said, Trey, beautiful rebound by Amy, and Stone Carrawell spinning and winning for the Lions.
Like a whirling dervish right there, making it happen. Here's Ortiz with the answer on the other end. He has 13, has played a good game for North Alabama, especially from the perimeter. Porter sizing up Williams. Drives it inside, cut off. Nowhere to go with it. Back to Stone Carrawell, under 10 on the shot clock. Baseline drive, reverse shot, and Stone Carrawell has taken over the game. He has 18.
Big time offensive production by Stone Carrawell.
7 of 12 shooting. What an effort from the 6-year veteran. Lane. And count the bucket, and he's fouled. And that's going to be the second on Johnston. And Lane right now is starting to take over the game on their end of the floor.
Yeah, he is sensing in this building that he has got to be the guy that orchestrates. And he's so quick, Trey, he can get to his spots. Nice touch. We've seen some terrific players throughout the non-conference portion of the schedule. And again, tonight, Lane is one of the key guys, of course, that you've got to contend with.
Completes the three-point play. The former ASUN Freshman of the Year, 6th Man of the Year in the conference in the past. First team All-Conference a year ago. Could be Player of the Year this year in the Atlantic Sun. Johnston, they run the weave here with Stone Carrawell. Sansa setting the screen, step back, three, got it! Stone Carrawell with 21. He's hit 4 threes.
Yeah, he has got the hot hand, and his teammates know it. And again, for LMU, you've got 14 assists on 22 made field goals thus far.
It was Merck Velatze with a big hot hand against Southern. It's Stone Carrawell tonight. Williams against Asanza, contested, not their second try, block, but a foul is called. Boy, Asanza can get after it down there. He knows his best skill, shot blocking. Williams took it right at him.
Very patient by Asanza as well. And again, he is such an asset to have, Trey. It's not only about the blocks, but of course about the shots that he prevents and alters as well.
Now LMU need to keep a close eye on this, Bill. Vide has 4, McBride has 4, Susi with 4 on the North Alabama side.
That certainly can become a factor, Trey. You're absolutely right.
Still 12 minutes to go. And North Alabama hanging around. LMU's led by as many as 13. Johnson against Backus. Backs him off there as they play on. Merck Velatze, size advantage against Lane. They rotate it to Stone Carrawell. Baseline, he's cut off. Amy for 3. Big three-pointer from the former San Jose State Spartan. It's back to 10.
Yeah, great dish by Stone Carrawell. He's got the hot hand. Good defense by North Alabama. He finds Amy, who capitalizes.
Ortiz, that's an air ball. Not close on that one. And we will take a break. LMU with the response here as they lead it by 10. Stone Carrawell has been hot.
He has been sensational. The Lions ascending over the North Alabama Lions, plus 10 at the moment.
They've hit their last 5 shots.
Caleb Stone Carrawell with 21 points so far tonight. This is his 4th team in 6 years, his last shot at college basketball. He tells me he doesn't take this opportunity for granted, saying since this is his last year, he needs to have a sense of urgency. He calls this team by far the most talented team he's ever been on. Remember, Trey, they have 7 new players this season, and players tell me they're finally starting to all gel together.
Love it. You know, you start at Charlotte, then Austin Peay, then Utah Valley. You constantly have to reinvent yourself, and he has really found a groove right now with this LMU team. They're up 10, and Stone Carrawell is 8 of 13 from the floor in this one. Got it on the baseline against Backus. trying to back him down. That was stripped. LMU will keep it. Porter. 5 on the clock. Porter backing down against Fields. Corner three, Stone Carrawell. There's another one. He's got 24. What a game from number 25.
You just know what's going down. Great dish by Porter as well. Stone Carrawell, incendiary for LMU.
Boy, that basket must seem really big for him right now. Porter on the inside defending against Fields. Shot clock is at 10. It's a big trip for North Alabama, trying to hang in there. Ortiz. Free throw line jumper, short. And the rebound for Stone Carrawell. LMU has answered the North Alabama charge, trying to take over this game now.
And remember, Trey, Lane is off the floor at this juncture.
Asanza the catch and the flush. Porter up over the top, big to big on that one.
Porter with 6 assists, Trey, this evening.
It's a foul by Johnson. That's his third. And they've got some concerns with that point guard spot now. 3 on Johnston, 4 on Vide.
And you called it here, Trey. Just great dish by Porter. Late help. Asanza flushes it. And Coach Pujol, he knows what to do. He's got Lane back on the floor. Just had him out for a brief rest.
Yeah, they can ill afford to not have Lane out there. 18 points. Only has 1 personal foul in this one. And Jefferson on the free throw line cashes in. Cannon Jefferson from New Orleans. He had 12 in their loss at Samford. They lost to Samford 97-96 in overtime in a wild game. They'll play some of those games this year.
Yeah, absolutely. They come into tonight's action, Trey, averaging 79 per game, and LMU has held them to 50 thus far in their building.
And we're going to see the first look at Kevin Kovacic, a freshman from Montreal, now on the floor for North Alabama, and Tony Pujol. Porter against Lane. Lane ties him up. And the possession arrow is going to point North Alabama's way. The smallest guy on the floor tying up a 6'11 guy here on this one.
Yeah, so Porter recognizes the opportunity here, but just good defense, good hands by Lane, tying him up. And of course, Williams wasn't going to let go either, as the intensity in the building continues. I won't even say heating up, Trey. It continues.
A little pressure there in the backcourt. Here's Lane against Stone Carrawell. Tries to feed it inside, out of bounds. And North Alabama will keep it. 9:35 to go. LMU has a chance to potentially deliver a knockout punch here. North Alabama hoping this doesn't slip away. They have whittled this one down to 5 in the second half, but they're scoreless in their last 3:16 from the field. To Kovacic, out to Lane. Susi, half hook, bounces off. Merkvaladze has it in the corner. Johnston ahead to Stone Carrawell. And a chance to use a little clock here as they run some offense. Backdoor feed, up beauty. Merkvaladze to Stone Carrawell, who now has 26.
We're seeing exquisite offense. Patient, sharing the basketball, a great cut by Stone Carrawell and a great dish by Merkvaladze.
There's an answer from Lane, who now has 20. 17 assists, though, for LMU on 26 made buckets.
And the decisiveness offensively, Trey, it's crisp. Guys are moving the basketball, cutting, setting screens. All those things that Coach Johnson has been, and the staff that they've been preaching.
Elijah Lewis now on the floor, out to Porter. And the three is good. Porter's first 3 in 5 tries. He now has 7 to go with 5 rebounds and 7 assists. Maybe overlooked how he has impacted this game from a lot of categories. Susi can't connect from the wing, and Porter has another rebound.
Just like you said, Trey, Porter finding a variety of ways to impact the game for the LMU Lions.
Under 8 to go. Johnston, baseline drive. Merkviladze gets it back from Johnston. Misses the three, followed by Porter. He wanted the flush, couldn't come up with it. That would have brought down the house. And Kovacic is fouled by Merkviladze. 16-point advantage for LMU. They have their biggest lead with 7:43 to go, in control on the bluff, as LMU's getting it from the outside with 11 threes and shooting 51% from the field.
To his game, because he's got the ability to be a good one-on-one defender, a help defender, a rim protector, also a rim runner. We see him evolving here, Trey, with some excellent back-to-the-basket moves as well.
You know, he shot 62% from the field a couple of years ago for LMU. An injury-free season. 14-point game with 7:40 to go. LMU has seized control here with a big second half, shooting 50% from the field. North Alabama has labored, shooting just 31%. Porter backing down against Lane. He's got that huge size advantage. Spins, leans in, and got it to go. That's 6'11" against 6 foot, and he took advantage.
Absolutely. Porter with good patience as well.
And a foul out high is going to be called on Porter. He picks up his second. Porter is threatening another triple-double. He almost had one earlier this season, has 9 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. And, you know, you think about his scoring the ball. He had 29 against Wyoming. He's had some games where it hasn't been about scoring, but you can see how he can fill the stat sheet.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's also, Trey, deflections hitting the deck along with his teammates. So just as Coach Johnson looks on here, he's got to be pleased, because you're right, and you've been on the case. You know, he's impacting the game in a variety of ways. We got 7 minutes left here. He may eclipse that triple-double scenario before we're done.
There's been only one triple-double in LMU history recorded. Eli Scott pulled that off. Porter. He's got 11, so there's part of the puzzle. He has 11 points now, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists.
Yeah, just got to his spot there and elevated.
Already a career high from Stone Carrawell with 26 in this one on 10 of 15 shooting. Here's Lane on the baseline. Jefferson attacking, floater, good. Jefferson with 4 points, but down 16 now as we near the 6-minute mark.
Yeah, good take by Jefferson. Excellent decision to go with the floater.
Johnston backs it out, in control at that point guard spot. Amy to Merkviladze. Up top, Porter. Good pass to Lewis on the cut. The reverse lay-in.
When the defender turns their back to you, excellent decision to cut to the basket by Lewis.
And that's 8 assists for Porter. Keeping an eye on a potential triple-double. 3 from Lane, not there. Merkviladze the rebound. Boy, bigs that share the basketball. What a great thing to have. And Porter really comfortable passing it. MJ Amy for 3. Back iron hits twice, doesn't fall. And a collision underneath. And they're going to get this call in North Alabama. It's going on Williams.
So the LMU Lions, Trey, wrapping up non-conference play tonight. Up 18 at this juncture. We see Amy taking the jumper from downtown, and guys scurrying underneath. Looks like they're going to review this call as well. Mike Cyphers.
You see this a lot. You know, you're locking elbows down there. And a lot of times, who initiated that contact?
Yeah, and Greg Nixon is along with Cyphers and Frank Harvey III. We have a great crew here. And we talked a little bit about it earlier, about the criteria for a flagrant foul one. So they're kind of hooked up here. Now, the call on the floor went against Williams, right?
Correct.
So, obviously, you know, we have the advantage of looking at these things on replay, and you got to give the, the officials a ton of respect to try to call it live.
Their call will stand. Just
Yeah.
a personal foul here on Cornelius Williams. He has 3.
And I think that's the right call, that there was not a flagrant foul. So, and Stone Carrawell's back on the floor, Trey. Get a good look at Gregory Nixon. But you have a feeling that he's going to get to 30 a couple of times this season. Career high tonight, right, of 26 for Stone Carrawell.
Yeah, and he has been fantastic. 5 of 8 from long range, 10 of 15. Go with 3 rebounds.
I don't think I'm guilty of hyperbole either. For
Never.
That prognostication.
Murthaladze's foul. That's going to go on the Kovacic with 5:24 to go, but a comfortable lead right now for LMU. They led by 10 at halftime.
You see Murthaladze putting it to the deck, and good call by the official.
In the bonus now, 1-1, and Merck misses on the free throw. Porter, the offensive rebound, can't get it to go. And scramble for it, a mad dash for the basketball, and Fields out of the pack. Fields to the rim for 2.
Little Euro step and great acceleration by Fields, who finishes.
And North Alabama's going to call a timeout here with 5:10 to go. Trying to hang around, but down 16 on the road in Los Angeles. Battle of Lions here. The kids enjoying the hot dogs at Gersten Pavilion. LMU in front of North Alabama. West Coast Conference against the Atlantic Sun. And LMU pulling away in the second half, shooting 51%. Stone Carrawell has been the star with 26 points. And our Cedars-Sinai key moment, Stone Carrawell's play, we're going to take a look at that later on. He has been fantastic with his ability not just from shooting the ball from the outside, but driving it to the rim as well.
Yeah, he has scored in a variety of ways, Trey, right? From downtown, in transition, mid-range, at the rim.
We could pick a lot of his moments as a highlight. We're going to keep you in suspense. Here's Murthaladze in the corner against Jakari Lane. Backs him down. Kicks out to Johnston. Four on the clock. Stone Carrawell, 28 points on 11 of 16 shooting.
Yeah, just making his way through the defenders. Little switch action by the defense. He spins, creates space, mid-range, nothing but twine.
Fields. Inside and 1.
And the last 30-point performance by LMU, Trey, Will Johnston, 33 against Gonzaga back in February.
Cornelius Williams trying to cash in on the three-point play as North Alabama has run into a buzzsaw here. They got it down to 5 at one juncture. They trailed by 13 in the first half. Largest lead for LMU was 18, now at 15 as we near the 4-minute mark. Again, they've dealt with some foul difficulty, Vitti and McBride with 4 apiece, but again, it shows the depth. A lot of players have stepped up in this one for LMU. Murthaladze missing on the 3. King has the rebound. Lane. Boy, he is so important to this attack, and he is only a junior. Got good things ahead with him at the helm. King missing. Bacchus over Murthaladze. Off the bench, 6 points for Dante Bacchus.
Bacchus opportunistic. Murthaladze did a good job, Trey, going straight vertical, defending without fouling.
Mert for 3, got it. 24 three-pointers for Murthaladze. He had 6 of 7 from distance against Southern. And right now, Stan Johnson's team on cruise control. In a good spot as we near the 3-minute mark. Bacchus with the left hand. Contested, not there. Williams, workhorse down low with a bucket.
Now this offensive rebounding by North Alabama has to be contained here, Trey, over the final 3 minutes.
And no reason to be in a hurry right now. You see Lamage Lewis with the basketball. Seen some good minutes. Stone Carrawell, not that time. Alabama, a 35% three-point shooting team. Haven't been able to connect from distance very often. Jefferson missing. Poke free, though, to keep the possession alive. and it's into Stone Carrawell's hands. Well, this will be, if it holds, the 5th straight win and 7 of 8 for LMU with 2.5 minutes to play.
A really strong stretch of basketball in preparation for WCC play.
And you'd have to say it has been a very successful non-conference slate. Some games they thought they could have had, but they're peaking at the right time. Porter leaning in for 3, and he is fouled just before the shot clock expires. We will take a break. 2:11 to go. LMU looking good on the home floor.
On the court, the noise fades away. But at the West Coast Conference, we bring the noise. The roar of emotions where the game comes alive. The WCC is a showcase of talent where players push the boundaries of what's possible. The competition, fierce. The intensity, unmatched. Oh, and the passion, don't even get us started. Every dunk, every three, every dribble, it all matters. We don't just play to win, we play for our legacy. We are the West Coast Conference.
Bring to the table a veteran guy that's really been a consistent scorer here in December.
Yeah, and you know, the whole team is coalescing, understanding their roles, and you know, he's the beneficiary, Trey, right, of all the attention that Porter gets as he makes the free throw there with the great follow-through. And when you've got, you know, 4 guys averaging in double figures and multiple threats, even coming off the bench, then Stone Carrawell is the beneficiary of those looks and his ability to create off the dribble as well.
This gets LMU to 8-4 if they hang on here, as Porter has put up really good numbers. 14 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists in this one. And it sets up a very interesting West Coast Conference start, beginning with a game at San Francisco. They have a 6-day break, and then the Dons up in the Bay Area for LMU. It is going to be a challenging West Coast Conference, some really good teams.
I always say it's like a bowl of ice cream, Trey. If you eat it too quickly, you're going to get a massive headache. So you got to take it one game at a time. And frequently in the coaching profession, you sleep like a baby. But the problem is you wake up every couple hours crying because the schedule's so tough.
I'll tell you what, the top half is really good, and they're going to play some of the best teams in the conference at the outset. And there's a 3 that goes down. Good shot from Cannon Jefferson. At San Francisco, at Washington State, then back home for Oregon State and Gonzaga to open up the new year, then at St. Mary's. We're going to learn a lot about this LMU team, but the good news is they're peaking at the right time. They're playing their best basketball heading into the WCC.
Yeah, they certainly are. You can apply all of those lessons from the non-conference play into the conference schedule, that reservoir of knowledge, toughness, success. Obviously, you want to leverage that. Just take it one game at a time, one possession at a time.
Porter beats the shot clock with that 3, but can't connect on it. 1 minute to go. And LMU has to be feeling good about where they stand right now as Porter grabs that rebound. He now has 14 points, 9 boards, and 8 assists for the Lions. It's been the Stone Carrawell Show, though, with 28. 20 assists. You talked about this number earlier. It's been very good.
Absolutely. Good things happening. 20 assists on 32 made field goals. And you hold a team that averages 79, Trey, in the 60s.
And that puts an exclamation point on it as Johnston banks in the 3. He has 11. We're going to hear from Caleb Stone Carrawell after this one wraps up. Bridget is going to talk to the 6-year veteran. What a game for LMU. What a week for LMU. It'll be their 5th straight win. King from the corner, and the answer for North Alabama, but too little and too late. They're going to fall to 8-5 this season. LMU improves to 8-4, make it 7 wins in 8 games for the Lions, and they've won 5 in a row for the first time since the 18-19 season.
Yeah, the Lions are making some noise, Trey. I won't even say there's a buzz on the Bluff because there's more than that. Well done. This team congealing on both ends of the floor, getting it done through a very Byzantine, circuitous, challenging non-conference portion of the schedule, and all of a sudden You've won 5 straight and 7 of 8. Absolutely well done systemically throughout the roster, the coaching staff distilling information and the players inculcating it on the floor. Extremely well done.
3 in double figures. Porter finishes with 14 points, 9 boards, and 8 assists. Johnson with 11 points. And Stone Carrawell, the big story, 28 points on 11 of 17 shooting as he breaks through. Bridget has Caleb on the floor.
Caleb, 28 points, a new career high for you tonight. What does this mean to be able to have a performance like this?
It means everything. I mean everything. I'm a real unselfish guy, so as long as we got the win, that's all that matters to me. That's all that matters.
You told me that this is your last shot at college basketball, 4th team in 6 seasons. To be on this team, how special is it for you?
It's real special, especially to know what we went through in the past couple months. You know, we started off to a rough start, but in the past couple months we've been, coming together, and that's been helping us a lot. And you can see the difference when we play together. It's a big difference in the team.
5th straight win for this team. What kind of confidence does that give you going into conference play?
It's ultra confidence for sure, but that's a whole nother season, so we got to lock in and prepare the same way we've been preparing these past couple months for sure.
A break now before you begin that conference play. What will you do? Anything outside of basketball?
Nah, not really. Just stay in the gym. Keep my rhythm up. That's all that matters right now at this point.
Appreciate it. Congrats.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bridget. So business is the byword for LMU. I'm sure they'll enjoy the holiday break as well. Stone Carrawell, his 4th school, trying to finish his career with a flurry. And what a performance by Caleb Stone